Right. This is Transformers Henkei Ratchet. Right here, obviously. Um, I've already done this figure, the Henkei Ironhide. And now it's Henkei Ratchet's turn. As you can see, he is a direct repaint of the Ironhide mold. And I have to admit, they did a pretty good job on this new repaint. I mean, it's got basically the same, everything's almost the same, and the only difference is that there's more white than there is red, and there's a new head mold. Other than that, everything else is the same. Also in alt mode, you will see that this new repaint has a siren on the roof. But everything about this figure is 90%, 85 to 90% the same as his original figure. And I'm actually quite pleased with this new repaint. And I'm kind of hoping the Hasbro version will be a lot better than the Hasbro Ironhide. I'm still looking to get the Hasbro Ratchet, because I'm trying to see if I can switch the heads, because on this one you'll notice that his forehead visor is dark gray. I'm not particularly sure why Henkei did that, but it's probably to just put a stark contrast from all the red and white. But if I remember correctly, in G1, the 80s cartoons, Ratchet always had a red visor, even in the animated show. So I'm not really particularly sure why he has the black visor or dark gray visor. The Hasbro version, based on the pictures that I've seen, has the red visor and has black all over. He has black shoulders, black thighs. I don't know about the crotch piece, but he's got a ton of black and very few red pieces. So I think this head will fit nicer onto the Hasbro version, and the Hasbro head will probably fit better here. But I will have to see the Hasbro head mold for Ratchet before I do any switching. And I've been trying to study this particular head joint, and it's not a ball joint, so I might have to take off screws here and there, split the head, and if it's going to be a complicated process, I probably will just drop the whole idea altogether. Anyway, let's just focus on the figure for now. Everything's the same, as I said. The weapons are the same. The only difference is Ratchet's weapon. Let me just see if I can take it off for you. The chrome is the same, I guess. It's made of a darker plastic for the gun, and the blade is red instead of blue. That's about it. You can attach it the same way as you attach Ironhide, either with a hand inside or with a hand outside. Doesn't really matter. Okay. Articulation is basically the same as Ironhide. He's very articulated. The feet are on ball joints. You get a lot of good poses. Hands do move. Elbows, oops, sorry, does that. Shoulders rotate, even move in and out. Sorry. Okay. The head still has a droopy head syndrome, but it does turn 180 degrees. It has waist articulation. Legs can move in and out, forward and backward, bend at the knee, and rotate at the thigh. My only comment, this particular Henkei figure has a lot of quality issues. Very loose thigh joint. I don't understand why, but it's very loose, both joints. So he has a tendency to just droop over. So a bit of a minus, but all the other joints are pretty tight. They're on pretty tight. Okay. I will say this: even if he's a repaint, he is still a good purchase. In bot mode, he is as stellar as Ironhide. The new head mold is completely new. I mean, it's got a longer chin. It's got a new visor. Ears are similar, but the cheek pieces are different. So you almost get an entirely, well, you almost get a different character with this guy, and it's not just a repainted character. And the Ratchet is always a kooky character, and it's always nice to have it as part of your collection. Both Hasbro and the Henkei version, I think, are pretty awesome. If you can get one, I suggest you get this Henkei version more than the Hasbro version, because he's closer to G1, except for the head, if you ask me. Okay, you can still see some bits of chrome out here. The taillights are chrome. They did not chrome the bumper. Yep, bumpers are red. So, same with Ironhide, I guess. He is very, very, very similar to how Ratchet looked back in the 80s, with the vehicle windshield in front, and the only difference is it's the rear part of the vehicle. In the 80s cartoons, it was the front part of the vehicle. So, it's a minor inconvenience. But again, as I said, this particular mold is very nice. Another comment I'll say about this in bot mode, let me just take out Ironhide for a while. Both Ironhide and Ratchet, they're deluxes. I mean, it would have been nice if they were Voyagers, but they're deluxes. And they're pretty small in scale compared to the others. In the series, back in the 80s, they were pretty big. But for the toy, they're kind of small in scale, as I'll show you. Here he is with Silver Streak, or Blue Streak, however you want to call him, and clearly you can see he is the bigger figure in scale, and I don't get that. They do transform when both of them are in alt mode. They're almost the same in size, but in bot mode, he is clearly bigger, just a tad bit bigger. He looks like a younger brother, and it's okay. It's okay, I guess, but I wish they could have made him a little bit bigger. Okay. Set Silver Streak aside. Here he is with animated Ratchet. Clearly, you can see the scale differences. Both are deluxes, but animated Ratchet is way bigger in scale. When they transform, I'm guessing they're both the same. No, they are the same, about the same size, but he's got longer legs, longer limbs, and a bigger head. So definitely he'll be bigger. But you can see the differences. My point being stressed here further, he is really small in scale. So, if you're okay with that, then I guess it's no big deal. This is a Henkei figure, and it does come with a box shaped like any other Henkei box. He does have his trading card, instructions in Japanese, and a comic book in Japanese. Nobody wants to see that, right? Let me just give you one last look at this figure before we set another part to transform him. Very nice. I mean, just the detail on this figure, absolutely gorgeous. I mean, I really like this red and white combination they put on him. I think it's a lot better than the black, red, and white that Hasbro is going to be coming up with their Universe Ratchet. This guy is just awesome. I have him using the blade because it's like a scalpel. He's a medical officer, and that's his energy scalpel. And Ironhide is a weapon specialist, so he gets the gun. Alright, so that's Henkei Ratchet in bot mode. Stay tuned for part 2.